Things are moving so much faster than I ever expected, and if I was one of these lawyers that's been engaging in lawfare over the past 4 to 8 years, I'd really be wondering by now if I should start packing my bags and looking for a flight out of here. Especially after what the Trump administration just dropped yesterday. And y'all know from my last Fani Willis video, she's not getting spared the ruler of justice either. If y'all pair what the Trump administration just did with Pam Bondi's DOJ announcing investigations into Alvin Bragg, Letitia James, Jack Smith, the Gambit, dude, this is getting serious. The best part is these might not even be the most interesting names on this list. I'm interested in what you guys think. Is this karma what we're witnessing right now? Because while the walls are closing in on these corrupt prosecutors, Democrats like John Fetterman are getting their 15 minutes of fame.
Why is the Democratic Party viewed as toxic by so many? Like, even people inside the party acknowledge that.
I think their primary currency was shaming and scolding and talking down to people and telling them, hey, I know better than you, or you're dopes, or you're a bro, or you're ignorant, or, don't you, how can you be this dumb? I can't imagine it. And then, by the way, they're fascists. How can you vote for that? And, when you're in a state like Pennsylvania, I know and I love people that voted for Trump, and they're not fascist.
It's almost like trying to claim that anyone who disagrees with you is fascist is, in of itself, fascist. I know, mind-blowing, right? It's really hard to fight the algorithm and get the truth out there as a small channel. If you guys could hit the like and subscribe button, it's a free little way just to help me out. I appreciate it, guys. Well, whether they accept it or not, the universe is getting ready to teach them, because not only is Letitia James and Alvin Bragg under federal investigation from the DOJ, not only is Fani Willis under both federal and state investigation in Congress, on Saturday, President Trump stripped the security clearances of at least 8 corrupt antagonists who worked for Biden and targeted President Trump for ruin over the last several years. And wait till you see one of the names on this list, because Kash Patel is cheesing right now from ear to ear. Oh man, no more security clearance for Alvin Bragg or Letitia James. I wonder how it feels to wake up in the morning knowing you've got multiple bodies, including the federal government, investigating you, and now your security clearance has been stripped, and now you're barred from entering federal buildings, as well as a paper trail connecting you to Biden's DOJ. Anybody remember Matthew Colangelo? He was the Biden DOJ prosecutor, one of the top, that literally the same day that Jack Smith was appointed as special counsel, which was only 3 days after Donald Trump announced his campaign. Colangelo goes from investigating Trump as part of Biden's DOJ to prosecuting Trump as part of Alvin Bragg's district attorney's office. And the crazy thing is, all of this lined up together. So when Trump announced his campaign, Biden's DOJ is prosecuting him, Fani Willis is prosecuting him out in Georgia, and then Alvin Bragg's office is prosecuting him from New York. So he's got federal charges, state charges in Georgia, state charges in New York, all coming at him, all related to one another. And now we see paper trails connecting all of these offices, communicating with each other. But we're still just supposed to believe that cutting their security clearance and barring them from entering federal buildings is just an immature billionaire getting his payback and his revenge. I'll tell you what's really going on. The corporate Borg knows they've been caught. They know they've been laid out to bear, and they're doing anything they can to try to save face right now. I love this list, y'all. Look at this. Former Secretary of State Anthony Blinken. You mean the guy that's been sabotaging our interests, our national interests on the world stage geopolitically for the past 4 years? National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. You guys remember that creepy farewell speech he gave a couple weeks ago, a month ago?
The current national
Security advisor.
Here's a video Vinny shared with me before we got started. Jake Sullivan. I want you to watch this and tell me if there's something weird about the delivery of what he says in this. Folks, just watch it. In about 10 seconds into it, you're going to say, why did you say that? You didn't have to say that. What's your point of saying that? Are you insinuating something? Are you suggesting something? Just watch this here. Go for it, Rob.
I just will say one last word, which is I hope this is my last time at this podium, at least for a little while. I don't mean that in a negative sense. I mean, the only thing that would bring me back is an unexpected event in the next few days, which, as you all know, is totally possible given
Why would you
everything
say
we've
that?
seen over the course of the past years. But if it is, in fact, my last time before you, I just want to say thank you for what you guys do every day. Thank you for putting up with me.
Why would the national security advisor,
which is fully possible,
say farewell, but go, hey, listen, you might hear from me again if something happens? And I would think, since you're the national security advisor, you have the FBI, we have all these apparatus, you should say nothing is going to happen because we're secure. He says because it could quite possibly he's almost as if he's letting us know something is going to happen and you are going to hear from him again.
All right. What a creepazoid. Dude, yeah, take that guy's security clearance away and keep him out of any federal buildings. Please, please. They got Biden's Deputy Attorney General, Lisa Monaco. They got Norm Eisen, who is deeply connected. I mean, the guy's in the Brookings Institute. He represented a bunch of these FBI agents that were suing to withhold names of other FBI agents, or probably themselves, that were involved in January 6th and all this stuff. If you guys don't know, I get into it on my website, itschromo.com. Look, I got resources to help people understand what is going on in the world around them. We live in a media and marketing ecosystem that makes this stuff purposefully confusing and opaque. And so I have a lot of articles on my website dedicated to fifth generational warfare and a lot of the stuff that is going on in the world around us, and how a lot of this corruption got to even be the way it is that we see today. So I got the Brookings Institute right here. Yup. It's one of these think tanks that informs policy and lobbies for policy changes in government, that is filled with lawyers and influential policy shakers that have a history of supporting corporate interest in their effort to erode civil liberties. The partisan hack Andrew Weissman, who literally has a podcast on MSNBC called Prosecuting Donald Trump. Now, this is my #1 favorite name on this list. All right? The OGs on the channel might remember I had a video that I did as a follow-up to the Kash Patel lawsuit, right? It's called Olivia Troy Strikes Back, or Olivia Troy Claps Back, all right? And Mark Zaid is Olivia Troy's lawyer, and dude, his response was so obnoxious to Kash Patel's lawsuit. It cracks me up. Y'all gotta check out that video, dude. I bet you Kash Patel is laughing right now after reading that guy's obnoxious ass response to the lawsuit for defaming Kash Patel. Whoa, man, that's gotta feel good. When you put together the level of collusion in what was going on the past 4 years, yeah, it makes absolute sense taking away some of these security clearances and banning these people from federal buildings. Hey, if you made it this far, I appreciate you being here. You're a real one. If you like hip-hop, I had a really colorful past and got into a lot of trouble, and the entire time I was aware of all this stuff, and it was all in my music, so I think you might like it. It's right over there on the bottom left. And also, my Pam Bondi video from yesterday, I think it's really good, but it didn't get too much love. Check it out up here.